He said there's a base under there. Now, I think a lot of the stuff he said, like I said, was to make it seem like, well, this dude's a little out there. But it was just part of his facade. It was part of his act. It was very well done. I wish I could have recorded it, because anybody that watched it would see it. Like, it was so put together so well. But he was a liar. Like, God, I've said this before, if you are truly with our Father, He will not let you be deceived. You will not believe a false doctrine, you won't believe lies. And one of my pet peeves is I can't stand liars. Like, that's how I caught him, because he lied. God made sure I saw the truth. Anyway, I'm trying to tell him, like, well, there's a base up the Vista too. Yeah? I'm like, yeah, you know the Vista, you go up. Now, he says he's from here, he grew up here. I live on one road, just one straight shot for like 15, 20 miles. And then it goes up, and it's another little two-lane road for another forever. It's like country. Lakes and dams, and it's beautiful. A lot of state game lands. Everybody knows where it is. Everybody who grew up here, especially people that went to Coughlin, because that means he lived right in this area, and if he hung out with all these people, supposedly, he would know where the Vista was. I tell him, like, yeah, the Vista. You get up, you go to Suskin Road, you make a right, and yeah. But he didn't know. You could see it in his face that it was one of those things where he's just agreeing because he's a liar. He did not know where the Vista was. So that's 3 strikes. The guard, the argument he had with this dude that hasn't shoveled that parking lot since 1991, and he made sure that he said that he saw him this year because their information is backdated. They didn't do enough backdating, like investigation. They did a lot of investigation, but their story wasn't tight enough. For somebody else it might have been, but I've been doing this a long time. Like, I know. You can't dupe me. He did dupe me. Don't get me wrong. I did get tricked for a little bit. But I had to tell you, like, that was the other thing. The Vista, and telling me that he had an altercation with this guys in Mr. Z's parking lot this past summer or winter, when the guy hasn't shoveled Mr. Z's in 1991. How many years is that? So there you go. I guess that's it. I want to thank the people that did comment, who said they do believe me. Thank you. And for everybody else, listen. I know this is going to make me look like an idiot, these videos. And please, don't let it dissuade you from believing everything that I've said before. I can't even say that because I catch myself. I would never, ever lie about anything like this, especially about our Father. I'm pointing at the Bible. Or this stuff. There have been times where I've caught myself go to tell a lie and, I suck it back in almost. Like, why would I even say that? There's no point. Please, everything I've said is the truth. And I don't know what this all means. Is it a coincidence now that Russia is... Here's what I see happening. Russia just banned imports on bullets. Of all the things that they could ban to pay us back for putting sanction on them, we're not selling you no more bullets. Don't you think that there's something in their economy that makes them more money that they could have cut us off from? Caviar? Gas? Anything. Why bullets? Why bullets? Remember Obama. I'll have more wiggle room after the next election. Remember, he said that. To Putin. This is all a scam. And now, no more Russians are allowed in the country. So then when it does happen, because they're here, it's going to happen. This is all orchestrated. You have to remember that they've had this in place for years. This isn't like a spur-of-the-moment plan. They have been planning this for years and years and years. And it's not just some World War III. This is biblical. This is God's plan. He cut off all visas. No more Russians allowed in the country. Just like Bush. Because now he could say, when it does happen, well, I did my part to try and protect the American people. They were already here and we didn't know it. It's a scam. I'm telling you now, it's a scam. The whole thing is a front. Something major is coming. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And it's biblical. If you read the Bible, you'll see everything laid out right in black and white. God knew. God warned us. As soon as that peace treaty in Israel goes through, peace and security, sudden destruction will come. It's coming. If you don't know Jesus Christ, go watch my other videos, man. All it is love. All our Father is love. There is no other. He loves us more than you could possibly imagine. If you have kids, what you feel for your children, the love, pales in comparison to what comes from our Father. And He wants every one of us to go home. Like that was His goal of sending His Son, so that we could all be with Him. There's absolutely no reason. I tried witnessing to somebody today. She didn't want to hear it. Not a second of it. I told her a bunch. I told her about heaven. Told her about my wife's exorcism. Told her about... There was another one that I mentioned to her. She didn't want to hear it. I tried. And I screwed up. She has something wrong with her. That if I had more faith in my Father and myself, I would have been able to heal her. And I doubt myself too much. And I don't understand why, because my faith is infallible. Like, they will never convince me to say anything against my Father. They cut my head off, chop me up. Whatever you want. It's coming. It's going to happen to me. I have no fear of it. I will stand before my Father with my head up in the air. But I'm still weak. I have my moments as a human. I'm just flawed. The boys' bath time's over. So, I'm going to end this. I just had a post about that. Please believe me. I don't even know what to tell you to do except pray. Like, there is no point in preparing. There is no point in fighting it. It's destiny. And you can't beat them. I mean, I know it's a nice idea, but this isn't just like them trying to grab our freedom. This is a war between God and Satan for our souls. And it's only going to end one way. They lose. That's it. God bless. Jesus loves you. I love you. Have a good night.